So it looks like Michael Darby is responding to the cheating allegations from just last week. And was it editing that made Dr. Wendy Osefo look crazy on that episode when they were at the spa party against Mia Thornton? Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. As you know, Michael Darby has been ridden with allegations of cheating and even admitted and caught on tape. And this past week, we saw a photo of Mr. Darby hanging out at some bar with an unknown woman that did not look anything like his wife, Ashley Darby. So as you know, Ashley Darby just gave birth, and they were recently on Watch What Happens Live, and Michael Darby actually addressed the allegations. And this is what he said. Both Ashley and I go out. Sometimes we go out together, sometimes we go out on our own. And so I went out and had a good time. And of course, there's fans all over the place, and they came up and said hello. Michael also said that because of his role on RHOP, he's always going to have pictures of himself taken in places. He says, I really don't care anymore. I have a good time, and I love this woman dearly, and we're together forever. Ashley added later on, she says, yes, he does have my trust. Okay, girl. Based on when Femtaro dropped by the channel, she said that he's not currently cheating. Keyword currently. But let's get into this Dr. Wendy Osefo and Mia Thornton feud that's been ongoing on social media. Well, now Dr. Wendy Osefo is explaining why she was so frustrated during that spa party that was meant for Ashley. Well, she's revealing that it was all about editing. And this is the second time this season so far that Wendy has blamed things on editing. You know, the very first episode, she said she talked about having her BBL, but it was edited out. But then we saw the following week, no, it was said later on. But all of you been very critical of Bravo's editing of these Housewives shows. Now she's saying that a very important piece of her frustration was edited out of that scene. She says that before any of the other ladies got there, she got into it with Gizelle Bryant. And this is what she says in this article. And as always, we'll be citing our sources. She says this. Me and Gizelle got into a big argument right before Mia walked in, right before anyone walked in. And Gizelle had confronted me because she didn't like the way that I told Robin at my nude interlude not to jump in when Gizelle and Karen were talking. So once that happened, my energy was completely off. And so you guys see me making a face. I was like squirming, and I was like ready to leave because there was a whole big confrontation that happened. And then Mia walks in. She does say that her feud with Mia doesn't last long. And everyone was saying, well, what about what we've seen recently transpire? She says that Mia, being a new housewife, that she doesn't understand that when they are live tweeting, part of what they do is sort of respond to what's currently going on. But Mia took it personally. And we know that if you've been watching these Housewives shows for a long time, you know that this is what they have to do. Contractually, they have to be a part of the conversation on social media, in their blog, blah, 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 blah. So she addresses this by saying this. So what happens a lot of the times for new people is that they may not understand the dynamics at play. And what happened was an episode was airing, and we tweet to narrate to the viewers what's happening. I think she thought my tweet was reflective of how I feel now versus me narrating to people through the current episode that we're on. And I think that's where we missed each other, and she's new. I'm not sure if I believe Dr. Wendy in regards to her explanation for what went down at the spa party. I kind of feel as if she's trying to make excuses for what people are viewing her as. She's been getting a lot of backlash in regards to how she has done a 180 from last season, from her 4 degrees to this very fun Dr. Wendy Osefo. I don't know what you want to call it. Either way, it feels as if she's backtracking. I'm not sure if it's just about editing. Yes, that's an important element. I'm surprised that the producers and the editors decided to cut out a fight, but they're probably saving this fight for what happens later in the season. As you know, what's going to happen on next week's episode, the Eddie rumors are coming into play. Eddie rumors are coming into play. And of course, Gizelle's the one carrying the bones of that rumor. And that will play out during the season. But in regards to the season, she talks about the relationships throughout the show, how some relationships grow and how some relationships are fractured. She says this: I think that what you guys are going to see is fractured relationships and fractured areas of trust. And it leaves a big question mark on how we can move on after such happen. But then on the same note, you guys will also see a rekindling of relationships. You guys will see new bonds form. So this season, if I can sum it up, it's a lot of giving, but also a lot of taking. For every relation gained this season, there is 2 relationships lost. This is going to be an interesting season. As I've reported before, the ratings for the Real Housewives of Potomac have been on a steady decline, which was surprising because I feel like it's a solid season. But many of you said, we've seen this before with Potomac, and then they pick right on back up. We will be following this. We enjoy this. As you know, we recap the Real Housewives of Potomac here on the channel. So if you missed out on our recap this week, be sure to check that out. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section on Dr. Wendy Osefo's excuses for her frustration at the spa party and what we can expect for the season. And do you think that Michael Darby is still cheating? As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.